You ever have one of those moments where you're working on an idea totally alone, thinking you're the only one on the planet who sees things this way, only to find out someone in a totally different field has been building the exact same thing? Well, today, we're diving into one of those incredible accidental connections. We're building a bridge between the very personal experience of being neurodivergent, just having a brain that processes the world a little differently, and the super practical, nuts and bolts world of educational engineering.
So what if a personal, deeply felt theory about how the mind works, one born from that very experience of thinking differently,
and a completely separate, established field of science, one with data and research and all that, were completely by accident building a bridge to the very same place? It's a wild thought, right? But as you're about to see, the evidence is pretty darn compelling.
Okay, so where does this bridge even start? Well, it begins by connecting two shores that, honestly, seem like they're on opposite sides of the planet. On one side, you've got the very human, often frustrating experience of just being misunderstood, and on the other, the practical, data-driven world of building tools for education. Let's start with the human side of things. This feeling, right here, some people call it observer betrayal. It's that gut punch feeling when your careful, logical way of doing something is just seen by others as a mistake or, even worse, a defect. For a lot of neurodivergent people, this isn't some rare event. It's just, Tuesday. It's a fundamental part of how they experience the world.
And here are our two shores, side by side. On the left, we've got the systems thinker. This is a mind that thinks in 3D pictures, making these amazing connections that aren't always obvious to everyone else. And on the right, educational technology, a whole field dedicated to building practical tools like intelligent tutoring systems, or ITS, specifically designed to help students, especially those with dyslexia, learn better. I mean, on the surface, they couldn't be more different, right?
So how in the world do we start building a bridge between them? Well, the very first plank is a strategy that, unbelievably, both of these worlds were relying on all along, without ever talking to each other. And that tool? Mnemonic strategies. You probably know these as memory aids, right? Little tricks you use to link something new and complicated to something you already get, just to make it stick. For the systems thinker, this isn't just a gimmick. It's how their brain works naturally. It's how they build that whole mental picture of an idea. And here's where it gets really cool. This is where the personal experience gets a huge stamp of approval from science. It turns out this isn't just a personal hunch. Formal academic studies have proven that these strategies are, and I'm quoting here, extremely effective in the classroom. All of a sudden, a private coping mechanism is out in the open as a powerful, research-backed teaching method. And this just nails the connection perfectly. The research into tech for dyslexic students shows that a huge hurdle is often working memory. Well, mnemonics get around that by helping to organize messy information into these neat, meaningful chunks. It validates the exact same strategy the systems thinker was using all along. Boom, the first plank of our bridge is locked in place. Okay, with that first plank down, we can start building the main structure. And it turns out, this goes way, way beyond just one strategy. The kind of system that was theorized in a white paper to support neurodivergent thinkers is almost a carbon copy of a system that's already being designed in EdTech.
This table right here, this is the heart of the whole thing. Look at this. On the left, you've got the goals from the personal white paper. On the right, the exact methods from the EdTech research. The paper says we need to assess cognitive style. The tech proposes a cognitive styles analysis. The paper talks about building a complete mental picture. The tech is designed for personalized delivery using text and pictures. The paper argues for validating right brain, spatial thinking. The tech research literally uses brainwave scans, EEGs, to study exactly that. It's a perfect, totally accidental match.
And the crucial thing to get here is that this technology is built from the ground up to get away from a one-size-fits-all approach. Its whole reason for being is to figure out how your brain works. Do you think in words, in pictures, in lists or webs, and then it actually adapts the information to you?
So let's really secure this bridge we've built. Because, this isn't just about making learning a bit easier. This is about connecting a really big philosophical idea, cognitive justice, to something real, something tangible you can actually build.
So, what is cognitive justice? It's a really powerful idea. It's simply the right for your unique way of thinking to be seen as legitimate. It's the right to tackle a problem your way, without being told you're wrong just because your method isn't the so-called normal one.
And these features, these real engineered parts of an intelligent tutoring system, this is what cognitive justice looks like in the real world. Scaffolding gives you support when you need it and then backs off as you get more confident. Individual pacing lets you learn at your own pace. And accessibility. Well, that means this kind of support is for everyone, not just a lucky few.
So now, let's just step back for a second. Let's look at this incredible new view we get from our finished bridge. We started with two shores that felt 1,000,000 miles apart, but now we can see they were heading for the exact same spot all along.
And if there's one thing to take away, it's this. The personal white paper perfectly explains why this stuff matters, the real human cost of being misunderstood, that deep, fundamental need for cognitive justice. And the academic research, it provides the practical how. It's the engineering blueprint for technology that can actually meet that need.
This is so important. It means that these ideas, validating different ways of thinking, creating personalized systems, they aren't just some fuzzy, feel-good ideals. They are concrete principles being used in a real-life engineering project in a respected academic field. This accidental alliance gives the personal theory the full weight of established science.
And that leaves us with one final, pretty powerful question, doesn't it? The technology to understand and adapt to all these different minds isn't science fiction anymore. It's literally being engineered as we speak. So the real barrier isn't technical. The real challenge is for us, to shift our own mindsets, to embrace the amazing diversity of how people think, and to finally build a world where every single mind gets a real chance to thrive.